That was a great show.
Thank you.
Yes, I drove 6 hours, so I didn't get to see the first set. So
oh, wow. Where'd you drive?
We drove from Powers, Oregon.
Powers?
Yes, Powers, right out by Agnes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a drive, but we got here for the second set, and I was super excited that you guys played a really fast Cumberland Blues, and you played.
Nice.
I heard him talking out there. They said they played a really fast truck-in. So
that was those are both insanely fast. The Cumberland I started too fast.
Right. Yeah. Well, hey, you know, I like it faster, and it was a nice, fast, easy win too. I was really getting down with the big.
Thank you.
Know?
Well, when we are up against like a hard stop like that, we pretty much got to do that.
Right. So, what was your first Dead show?
My first Dead show was April 3rd, 1989, Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Nice. And what, struck you? Was that the magical moment where...
No, the magical moment was definitely before that.
Gotcha.
I was at I went to Valparaiso University, and there's a Dead cover band at my school called Glass Camel. And I was hanging out with the stoner fraternity because there were musicians, and I played guitar at the time. And went to go see them play, and that was pretty much it. After that, I was like, wait a minute, I can hear bootlegs of this band, and this guy on my wing had 300 tapes.
Right, yeah.
So, and that's what started all of it.
Absolutely.
So figuring out that Deadheads follow the stats like baseball fans.
Yep.
That's,
That's cool. So the fruition of this whole phenomena that I was so lucky to see tonight. How did you guys come together?
It came together because at the time in 1997 I was working at McMiniman's, and McMiniman's commissioned a statue of Jerry that's at what is now the amphitheater at Edgefield. And the first year that they did that, a bunch of musicians, there was just a real casual, informal jam, and I was actually working there at the restaurant, catering a wedding on that day, and they had events, but it was very loose. I don't think they had rehearsed anything. They were just going to play some Dead songs or whatever. And I had finished serving the wedding party as the catering, serving prime rib or glazed ham or whatever it was. And I turned to my coworker and I was like, hey, I know all those guys that are jamming up there. I'm going to go and jam with them. And he was like on the clock? I'm like, yeah, but don't tell anybody. I'm not going to have my chef coat on. But I walked out there with my chef pants and played I don't know if it was a whole set, but it was most of it. And that was it. And so that was an annual event for many years, up until about 2004. And then I went out there. Some friends of mine were actually sitting in with that band. I didn't work at Edgefield then. This is after my employment there, but I knew guys that were in this thrown together laid back band, and I ended up sitting in for a whole set. Used my friend Dan Davis's bass, just played the whole set, and then afterwards it was kind of we should do this more than once a year.
And then that's how it kind of came.
And that's kind of how it happened. Yeah.
That's cool. So I know you guys are in a lot of different side projects.
Yes.
And so you're obviously highly involved in the community. So can you tell me about some of your other side projects?
I play bass in Shafty, the Portland's Fish tribute to Fish, which is cool. It's a whole different side.
Oh yeah.
of my brain, really.
Right, dude.
And yeah, Justin's got he does a lot of solo stuff, solo recordings. I play in a trio with Murray and Rob from Shafty called Dead Henge, which is sort of like a thrown together mishmash of the Dead and Fish and Ween and grunge stuff and basically whatever we want. Sometimes various players will play in a duo or a trio configuration. So
yeah, so you guys have your core members, right? And then do you have anybody else in rotation?
We do have bench players that fill in for us at times.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, we have a pretty deep bench of people that are knowledgeable enough and fluent enough with the material that can just drop in.
Very cool.
And who we all known for many years,
Yes.
which is cool.
Right? Yeah, I love that. The whole, I mean, there's a lot of other bands, you know, like Grateful Dead cover bands that have like a revolving, kind of like, you know, there's a lot of people that play, and like, what's the basketball player who, I'm drawing a blank. Bill Walton. Yeah, you know, Bill Walton and the Electric Waste Band, you know.
Right, in San Diego.
Yep. I was supposed to make it to Skulls and Roses this year. Wasn't able to do that.
Well, this was our first year playing there. This is my second year attending. But yeah, first year playing there, that was amazing.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go. I've heard such great things about it.
You should.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
And it's, you know, you'd think that it would be like the same. You'd think it would be like the same 3 or 4 songs repeated a lot, and it's really not.
Right.
It's kind of surprising, the songs that end up being the most repeated.
Absolutely. I was surprised you guys played Terrapin Station tonight, because that's a pretty intricate song. I love it. The Hero's Journey. I mean, from what I know, it's
right, and then the actual just Terrapin Station part of it. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
It's so fun to play. I mean, it is intricate, but the story's cool, and the chords. It's a fun song to play. It's always interesting. It's never boring.
I play guitar. I've attempted Terrapin, and I'm still kind of trying to learn it. But
some of the modulations are pretty weird. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well,
do you play in a band now?
I don't play in a band. I do not. I'm looking to play in a band, but I have not played in a band, so I have a lot of like solo material stuff that I've worked on for years and things like that. I wanted to do like get into bluegrass kind of. That's what I like, you know. Aside from the Dead, it's bluegrass, and you know, Billy Strings, obviously, like when him, you know, doing a lot of Doc Watson covers, doing a lot of, you know, Earl Scruggs, stuff like that, really like deepened my knowledge and my appreciation for the history. And then obviously, I mean, I knew Jerry, like, you know, covered, you know, he played really poignant songs, you know, throughout that were big parts of the culture through the 60s, 70s, things like that. With Jerry Garcia, or just JGB and things like that.
Right, with R&B covers and that sort of thing.
Yes, yeah, so...
gospel covers.
Yes, gospel covers. So, but
I wish we did more of that. I mean,
we got some of the stars. We got some.
But I love some of the Legion of Mary R&B stuff. We need to do more of that, Pete.
Some Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah, we need to play more Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah.
That was absolute.
The zoo should name a habitat after us after that.
Oh man,
funny.
You were so.
The GBB Gibbon.
That'd be perfect.
Oh man, well, that was a lot of good stuff there. That was a lot of good stories.
Yeah, we. I mean, when we have a limited amount of time like that, we basically don't go off the cuff. We'll have everything kind of mapped out and have a rough idea of the running order. And then like tonight, I mean, how many songs? I don't know how many songs we had to cut ultimately. Probably like 4.
Yeah, I was surprised you guys. I was when I got here. I was surprised it was such an early show. I didn't realize that it was that early.
Yeah, I mean, we took a really quick.
Yeah, I know. Step break was really quick too.
Really fast.
Absolutely.
Which is good because if we only have 2 minutes or 2 hours, it goes by fast.
Right. It's probably a little bit easier on you guys. I would know.
Well, true, but I mean. We also ripcord a lot of the jams and cut them shorter.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, there was some good solos in there that I was got down to.
I was very happy with the jams that we got to, for sure.
Yes. So what are what are your plans? What are your guys' plans for 2020? The rest of 2023?
Well, we have our fest coming up next week in Pekin Ferry, Washington. It's our 7th one. We took 2 years off because of the pandemic, obviously.
Yeah.
We're playing at the Cascade Equinox Festival in Redmond at the end of September, which is really cool as part of with Talking Dead, which is the LDW. Have you ever seen that whole thing to do?
I don't think so.
So it's basically there's no break. We transition between bands, and the bands combine and do mashup jams between Talking Heads and Dead. So there's no break. Yes,
I've heard that, and I've wanted to check that out a lot. I love the Talking Heads. That was my mother's favorite band was the Talking Heads.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So and then I like the Dead, and then I like Fish too. So awesome. It's kind of like that'd be cool.
But yeah, so we're doing that to close that festival. So I think we play from like midnight till 4 a.m. or something crazy like that.
A late set.
But then, so we're doing that, and then Billy Strings after party.
Nice.
Playing at the Star Theater And then we end 2023 with 3 nights at the Mission Theater.
That's gonna be epic.
Yeah, because I think New Year's Day is on a Monday, so it's 29, 30, 31.
Cool.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think.
Those are some big plans. It sounds like it's going to be a really great year.
We got a lot going on for the rest of the year. And
your schedule packed out.
Yeah, we're happy.
Good. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I got some really great stories, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially someone who's trying to start off, and it's just it means a ton. What I'm trying to do here is give back to the community that I was raised on, and it's giving back to me. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to contribute in my own way, and it's just really, really nice that I've had really great reception. I got to interview Hillstomp too, and so
nice.
I'm getting there. So there's some other people in the PNW doing similar things as me, so I'm hoping, like, as I get content and talk to people, I'm hoping we can kind of collab and make something work. So
cool.
But
yeah.
Cause I know where to go to California. I'm preaching on the Bernie show. Oh, California, I'm knocking on the golden door, just like an angel, standing in the shaft of light. I'm rising up to paradise. You know I'm gonna shine. My time coming any day. Don't worry, we're gonna know. Been so long now, I felt this way, and I think we'll hurry, no.